We're going to be doing a fuel pump today on this 1990 325i. Should be pretty similar for all late model E30s from roughly 88, 89 to the end of production. Just a single in-tank fuel pump, pretty standard stuff. I'm definitely not a professional technician, just a little disclaimer there, but I hope this video helps if you're doing this at home. Alright, location. So thankfully the fuel pump is located under the back seat in these cars. Obviously the back seat cushion is going to have to come out. It is held in by two tabs, one here and its brother down the line there. So all you got to do is give your cushion a swift pull upwards. It should unpop, and if you're like me and you have a sedan, just open a door, throw it out. If you have a coupe, sorry, you're gonna have to work on your yoga a little bit, but you'll get there too. Once it's out, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this loop from the cloth bits, that fine West German felt, and expose the panel itself. So we have some Phillips style screws here that are going to be holding the access panel down, so 4 of them. So we'll go ahead and pop those off. Okay, with the access panel removed, we have a great visual of the workspace. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect a few items here. We'll start with these 2 electrical plugs on top. They're just kind of a pinch or squeeze and disconnect, so there's no real brute force needed, and they can be brittle with age, so we'll go ahead and do that gently. We have our electricals disconnected. Kind of a neat discovery. On the VDO fuel level sending unit, there is a nice blue stamp telling me 190, which does say this is a January of 1990 component. Obviously this car actually rolled off the line in January of 1990, so it is a 31-year-old part. Amazing it's lasted this long, but we'll go ahead and disconnect the 4 8mm nuts on the top of the structure here. Okay, with the 4 nuts removed, we'll go ahead and pull up on the sending unit here. Should slide straight up vertically, just kind of let it drain any gas that may be hanging out in it. These things tend to hold on to quite a bit of gas, and of course obviously have some towels on standby. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at removing the pump assembly from the tank. This is obviously an unscrew sort of situation. There's 2 different ways that I've seen that people go around it. There's some nice teeth on the perimeter of the housing here. A lot of people just take a flat head screwdriver, put it in there, and start hitting it until something gives. The option that I prefer to do is I'll take 2 flat heads, interlock them in a bit of an X, put them into the teeth, and then just apply pressure and get some movement that way. To remove the fuel pump assembly, I've gone ahead and snipped the upper line here. Typically you'll want to remove the 2 clamps with the Phillips head attachment there. I did that just because I'm going to be putting fresh line in. If you don't know the age of the line there, it looks a little suspicious, just go ahead and change it out. Real quick fix, awesome preventative maintenance. So to remove, we're just going to give a little bit of a turn to the left. Gets it out of the teeth lock there. And then of course, there's a bit of a dance as it comes through the hole. With the pump itself, we're going to let that sit for just a second, drain some fuel out of any components that may be hanging it up in there. There is a strainer, or at least should be a strainer at the bottom of this pump, so we want to be mindful of that when we're moving it as well. It comes out at a bit of a 90-degree angle, so there is a tilt. You don't want to get gas on the inside of the car. And we're just letting that strainer drain a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and do a quick removal. And there's that 90-degree I was telling you about. On the left is the German VDO pump that came with the car. Has BMW on the strainer and VDO 789 on top, so that's telling me that's probably a July 89 manufacture date. So that's a very old pump, but it still works, so we're going to keep it as a spare. Delphi over here, the 10241, gets really nice reviews online. Some say it's a little bit noisy, but time will tell. We've installed the new section of line right here. As I said before, if it's cracked, if it's old, if you just don't know, replace it. You'll be grateful that you did down the road. And then down here, looking towards electrical connectors, we're obviously going to reattach those. We've got our 8mm bolts, our nuts going back on for the level sending unit. Everything is the complete reversal access panel. We'll go ahead and pop that back on, and then obviously start the car. So hopefully that has been informative and helpful. I'm going to continue to work on the channel, give you some more content, all E30 related, and enjoy the rest of your day.